All right, so for today, I've got my top 25 college football rankings, but instead, I'm just going to really just work on, I guess, maybe my top 5. That's it, because what was there? Notre Dame versus Penn State and Ohio State versus Texas. That's really the only games. I may work on a few others and may just change them up a bit, just because I think, I don't know. But it's going to be a short little video because I'm going to cruise on through some of the rankings today. But, yeah, just pay attention to my top 5, though. All right, so I got Ohio State for number 1. They're a very good team right now. I don't know what happened, but, ever since the Michigan loss, something clicked and they just started going off. I know Tennessee were frauds. They cheated to even get in that top 25. But, I mean, it's still a mid-tier SEC team. Say they should have been 8-4, 7-5. That's still a mid-tier SEC. 8-4 is maybe a 60%, 40% SEC team, not just 50-50. I mean, they're over 500, like Vanderbilt. They were 500 when they were 6-6. But, I mean, they're not terrible, but they're not great. They have a good D-line. Good quarterback, and I mean Tennessee's not a terrible team. They beat them 42-17. Could have beaten them by more. But they put in third strings and stuff, fourth strings. Then they blew out Oregon, who beat them week 6 of the regular season. They beat them 41-21. Basically close, at Oregon almost, not more than 3 hours away from their stadium. And now they blow out Texas, and it's in Dallas. That's literally, it's only 20 minutes away, or maybe an hour away from Texas Stadium. Bro, this Ohio State team is good. Now, Alabama's best day, I think Ohio State will win. I'm not just gonna, glaze Alabama, but, Alabama's best day, Ohio State would still win. Playoff Ohio State. I don't mean regular season. Regular season Ohio State, they still lose to Michigan, I think. But, that's just a different story. But this playoff Ohio State, I don't know what happened. It's they're a whole different team. I don't know. Or they just got a different coach. It's Nick Saban came to Ohio State. Prime Nick Saban came to Ohio State. I mean, Ohio State might have a good run. I mean, they're not losing a whole bunch of people. They might lose. I think they're losing Will Howard next season, maybe. He isn't even that great of a quarterback. He's sold versus Michigan. He's not that great. I mean, Jeremiah Smith, he just knows how to catch really good. If that was any different receiver, he would have many incompletions and picks. Ohio State's looking pretty good right now. They're actually looking unbeatable right now. But I got them at number 1 for right now. We'll see what they do in the national championship versus Notre Dame. Alright, so Notre Dame could easily be 15-0. Say Notre Dame was 15-0, I think that I'd still have them at 2. I think Notre Dame right now, from what we've seen, I think that they're barely worse than Ohio State. I would say Ohio State would beat Notre Dame by only a touchdown maybe, or maybe less. This Notre Dame team is probably one of the best that they've ever been. They could easily be 15-0, and I'm telling you this right now. If they win against NIU again, they would blow NIU out the water. It would be 50-0. I'm telling you, bro. That was the luckiest win for NIU in history, bro. Lucky. That was pure luck, bro. Or whatever. Pure I don't know what I'm talking about, bro. I can't get my words right now. I just woke up, a little while ago. But, Notre Dame is 14-1. 4-0 versus the top 25. Penn State kind of shot themselves in the foot. They could have easily won that, but like I said in my last video, this is the most even matchup in college football right now. They're the most even teams in college football right now. There's no doubt about it. I almost had it spot on. I said Notre Dame 27-20, and the only reason I didn't make it 27-24 or something is because I knew that I was going to make Ohio State, Texas 27-24. I kind of guessed that I was going to say Ohio State would win 28-14, but I just didn't want to give Ohio State the edge because y'all know how much I hate Ohio State. But I can't deny that they're the best team right now in college football, and they're probably going to win the national championship. And I'll be surprised if Notre Dame wins it, and I'll be surprised if they win by more than a field goal. I don't know. Notre Dame would. I don't know. I would say Notre Dame's not much better than Texas. Actually, I think Texas could actually beat Notre Dame. You guys saw the Texas-Ohio State game last night, bro. Like, it wasn't a bad game. I feel like Ohio State was in control the whole game, really. And you guys know what I'm talking about if you watched it. They were really in control the whole game. It could have easily been like 42-14, something like that. Texas is pretty lucky they got off on a 14-point loss. They could have easily lost by like 20 or 30 points. I don't know. Ohio State shot themselves in the foot a lot of times. Bunch of penalties on first down, and you really felt like they had a drive going. Then they had a drive going, then a penalty, like 1st and 25. You really just can't do anything with that except lob it up to Jeremiah Smith and hope he catches it, but he wasn't. What do you have? He had bad stats. He had only 1 catch for 3 yards, 3.0 average, 0 touchdowns. He was locked up that entire game. Ohio State fans, you can't tell me he wasn't, because he was. I mean, he got locked up, and somebody came up and picked Will Howard off when he threw, what was it, like a curl route? Well, I can't remember exactly what route it was, but he tried to do it, and I guess Will Howard thought he was open, which he kind of was, and someone was behind him, and I guess somebody was lurking it, and he came up and, like, turned around and picked it, and that was really it for Jeremiah Smith. He really didn't have any stats that game. He didn't, really. He had 1 catch for 3 yards. Like I said, Texas defense is probably one of the best in the country, if not the best in the country. I mean, Ohio State fans can agree with me, bro. Even that Ohio State fan that watches me, Texas defense was playing lockup on Jeremiah Smith. Their defense played very good all game. I know Ohio State shot themselves in the foot a few times. The score was way closer, but at the same time, the score was way further apart. Like, you can say, Texas had many chances to score themselves, but also Ohio State did too. Ohio State won 14-7 both halves, so ended up with a 14-point deficit. Texas put up a really good fight, and I guess in the fourth quarter they let off. I don't know, because it was 14-14 going into the fourth quarter, and then gave up 14 straight unanswered points, and lost 14-0 in the second half. I mean, not second half, fourth quarter. But I think Texas put up a good fight. They're a pretty good team, and you'll be seeing them soon in these rankings. Alright, so I got to make these a little shorter because I just realized that I talked for like 6 minutes in the Notre Dame one. And I talked mainly about Texas, and I tend to do that in videos for some reason. I talk about a different team when I'm on like Notre Dame, and then I'll talk about like Alabama or some junk. I don't know. I'll just like zone out of what I'm doing, and I'm not focused really. But yeah, for number 3, I got Texas. They put up a good fight versus Ohio State. I really said it all in the Notre Dame one, so you can skip this. All right, I said it all. Penn State shot themselves in the foot a few times. Most even teams in the country, Notre Dame and Penn State. Really good game. They both played great. Well, quarterbacks didn't play that great. 2 picks for 2 2 picks for one. I think it was a Notre Dame quarterback, 2 picks for him, and 1 pick for Drew Aller for Penn State. Riley Leonard is a Notre Dame quarterback. I forgot. But, yeah, Penn State's at 4. I just moved them behind Texas. That'd be a pretty even game, too. But I still think Notre Dame and Penn State are more even than Texas and Penn State would be. I think Texas and Georgia are even. Like, that should be a rivalry now. I don't know if it is already. But it's going to be, I'm telling you, bro. But, yeah, I got Penn State at 4. Alright, so I just kept Oregon the same at 5. But I'm not really going to change anything else. So, I just think that I'm going to end my video at my top 5 rankings. Because, I think this is pretty valid. I really don't need to do the rest. Because nothing will change. It'll just be a waste of time. And a waste of my time. Like your time and my time. Because you can just go back, watch my other video. See my 6 through 25 or 5 through 25. Because everything's the same. I kept Ohio State. I kept Notre Dame at 2 and 1. And Texas and Penn State I switched out. Could have easily kept the same. And Oregon stayed the same, and everybody else will. So, really just switch 2 teams out. But, yeah, this is going to be the end of the video. Like and subscribe. Hope you all enjoyed, and peace.